everyone, here are ChatGPT's quote parental controls, and I put a hard hit on the quote because they still have a lot to do, but here are some of the basics. So of course you're going to go to your ChatGPT here, open up the app, and up on the left hand corner, on the upper corner, you're going to see the two lines. You're going to tap that, and then in the right upper corner, where the JP is, that is going to be your account with your settings. Of course, it won't be JP, it'll be whatever your name is. But, okay, so you're going to go to that. And so one of the first things you're probably going to want to do is turn off the memory. So, of course, you're going to go to memory. And then from here, you're going to toggle these off. So basically, you're going to turn the green off. Memory allows chat to basically remember details over time. For adults, this can be useful, but for kids, teenagers, I personally prefer minimizing long-term personalization. Every family is going to, of course, feel differently about that. But I think the less that they can memorize about your kids or your teens, probably the better. And then from there, you're going to go back to your main setting screens, and then you're going to go to the data. So you have data control here, and you're going to hit that, and then you're going to turn off these. So basically, this setting controls whether conversations may be used to improve OpenAI's system. So basically, they're going to be used to help AI update their models. I personally prefer to have this off because I don't want them to have the kids' information. Chats, they will still exist temporarily for safety purposes, but disabling this reduces training usage. Okay, so then you're going to go back to your main settings screen again. And then from here, you're going to want to go to have a conversation with your kids about the voice. So they've got different voices that you can do. Standard, advanced, of course, the different languages, background conversations. But mainly the big thing is personalization. So you'll go back up to the personalization, and then from here, you can really decide how you want the voice to be. Do you want it to be friendlier, personal, less, more professional, enthusiastic, emojis, all of that stuff. Voice mode can feel very emotionally engaging for children because the interaction feels conversational and human-like. This is why I recommend using AI alongside your kids initially. I personally, when I use ChatGPT or Claude or any of the other AIs, I don't like using a voice personally. I just read it. But I think that if you're going to use it with your kid, I would initially start with just the reading and just maybe keep the voice off. But of course, that's up to you. And then the last thing that they have right now is the parental controls, which this is the thing that I was talking about in the beginning. They still have a lot to do. So these here, you can add family members to your account essentially, but you get very limited, very, very limited access to your kid's account. You don't actually get to read conversations or anything like that. So this is basically more, it links family members together, organize accounts, basically for billing purposes, I would say. It's not a parenting, it's not a monitoring interface, so it still has a lot to do. So say that it's a parental control is not what it is. So when it comes down to it, you have some of these tools at hand, and this is some of the stuff I do recommend. But the biggest one of all, I would say you need to create a family rule around this. Just some examples. Don't share any personal information. AI isn't a person. It's not a real person. Always speak with a parent if something feels off or strange. Use AI strictly as a tool, not for, creativity or friendship. Double check information together. and to remember to always operate as a human first. Go to humans first, remember you're a human first, and that all of this is not real. At the end of the day, we as parents still need to be involved in this stuff. So if this is already on your kids or your teens' phones, I do suggest these things to start with, and hopefully OpenAI will catch up on this.